that in your country too? Our problem is with leadership. And when they talk about leadership in Nigeria, they don't mean leader of primary school. They don't mean leader of the house. They don't mean... They're only talking about the president. So that is what they're all talking about. But in developed countries, the real thing is that the presidents are not strong. Some of them don't even know their names. They are not even significant. Yeah. It's not what matters. So I was making a point that leadership is not really our problem. It is part of it. But the way Nigerians talk about it is that it is the only problem altogether. You don't even have any problem. We are perfect. We are good. We are this wonderful country. We are so rich. We are so good. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians, it's not fair what it does to
the masses.
Yeah, what about these Nigerians? So I said, those your leaders you are complaining about, do you bring them from Benin Republic? Or did you import them from Burkina Faso or Equatorial Guinea? Those bad people came from you. If you become the leader now, it will be the same. Even though you are complaining today, you are so good and perfect. Then you are before you get because it is the value system of the country. I was trying to tell you people the other time, there is no other message that all the churches in Nigeria should preach than value system. Value. Don't preach another message. You preach value until you inculcate it in every sphere of the society. Then you could begin to dream of changing the country. I was telling them that message that even if Jesus became the president, they will kill him. So they will overthrow him. Because he will have to break people's mindset and people's way of doing this. And people don't like resistance. People don't want to change. So I give them example about the two most organized leaders we ever had and the most progressive leaders. Even all the Nigerians are talking about them. But, for example, one of them was Murtala Muhammad. He really tried to fix it. But you know what happened to him? They're still saying he's the best leader of Nigeria up to now. And it was the one they killed. How can you be the best and here you kill him? Well, because people don't want to mend their ways. A lot of people are angry with him because of the things he tried to fix and the way, because something has to give way. Either you have to give way, your ways have to give way, or the person has to succumb. So then the other one they said is the best president. The next best president was Buhari, but they will not elect him again. And they even overthrew him. You see, so it's very superficial to say only the leader. If the leader is even Jesus and the masses don't have the right mindset, somebody will say, but the leader can just bring the right mindset. Well, they can, but he will not do it like a dictator. Because if a good leader, he will not be a dictator. Because but that's the fastest way to do it. So the best thing to do with Nigeria is for people who have access to the masses to begin to indoctrinate them in the right direction, to begin to change their mindset. And it is not the president who has the ear of the masses. Okay, for example, I was in Nigeria at that same time. I said, okay, if the president puts on the television, if he's having a public address or national address right now, how many of you, even in this auditorium, and then you have church at that same time? I'm going to get them. How many of you would rather go to church rather than going to listen to the address of the president? Everybody. 90%. So it's not the president that controls the ear of the masses. Who does? Of course. That's why I say the churches are supposed to be talking about value. But that's not what they are talking about. They are talking about breakthrough. How do they say it? They say it in such a way. Today is your breakthrough today. Or what they say?
Today is your day.
No. They say they have all kind of catchy things. Just to make them think today is your day of visitation. Today you will not go back today without your spirit.
You will not go back
empty-handed. All kind of things they say. Nigerians are experts. Or you have all posters, all kind of things, just saying things like that. So making superficial claims, not backing it up with anything. Just you're gearing people to only believe in the 2% of miracles. To live on that 2% only. Hang them on that 2%. And then remove responsibility from them. You don't need to do anything. God is here for you. You don't need to be responsible. No. Just come to church. You don't need to pray. You don't need to walk. You don't need to be diligent. No, just come to this man. That is the one that is more anointed than that one. If that one doesn't work, go to that one. That one is even more anointed. That is the thing that fixes the problem for you. So that's why that problem is there. So we must build systems to address those kind of things. Thank you. So Tinubu, what's his name? Mobutu? He was wrong.
But
It's not.
after that speech,
Yeah.
people,
You have that speech?
the Belgium, I don't have it here, but I watch it somewhere.
Okay.
The Belgium now start to retaliate against Zaire, and their economy went down.
Went down, you see.
Because they were one of the powerful.
Because those are just ramblings, really.
yeah, he was
Those are
just talking. They
talking,
didn't know.
Emotions. We don't have ideas. They don't have any idea of how to fix it.
Yeah, I think my focus was more on the Ecclesiastes scripture, where servants are riding on horses and then the princes are walking on the ground. So I focused more on how, the statement you made about when good people, the people who are really good, they refuse to do something.
Pay the price
to
of
pay the price, yeah.
of responsibility and of being organized.
Be organized. Then the bad people, they'll rule over them. So I paralleled that to things going on even in the United States, where Christians actually abandoned many public institutions, like colleges. Most of the colleges used to be,
That's true.
they had Christian background. I mean, Harvard was a Christian school, Yale was a Christian school, all of them. But because of some false teachings.
I even heard that Christians used to control the Hollywood.
Yes. Everything. Most of those are any viable system in the United States was founded on godly principle.
Yeah.
Most of the colleges, they have the statement of Jesus. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. So the same thing happened to the public school when those laws were made. There were other ways that people could go in, but everybody just withdrew, and so other people the vacuum was filled by other people. So I now began to talk about the need to develop systems, to reclaim those things back.
And it's real.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we have done here. I don't know. I've not heard of any. Maybe there is any problem in the society. Maybe because there are things you might not know. But as soon as we find them out, we are still setting up a system for it. We have 3,000 of those things. Issues. As soon as we have for any issue like this, I come in church. Who has burden for this? Yeah.
Even in Chicago is is known as the most corrupt city in the United States in terms of the politics. Chicago is known for corruption.
They removed that guy the 1 year before this one, eh?
Yeah, he resigned.
The governor.
But it's he and his dad. They ruled Chicago for a combination of over almost 50 years.
No.
Yes.
50.
50 years.
But is he not a black man?
No, he's not black. They only had one black man coming out of Washington.
They had it. But that was
he's
the most popular. The black guy is the most popular guy.
Yeah, out of Washington. But Daly 1, and then Daly 2 is the one that just is around. Emmanuel is now the. But there's a lot of wheeling and dealing and really,
Do you think that Emmanuel will be able to fix it?
Well, I mean, we'll see. He's the first. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy, and he's the first Jewish
leader.
Mayor that Chicago will have. Most of the other ones were Irish, so the Irish actually controlled.
So what is happening to the Polish people? They are
priests. I mean, they there's a kind of division in the way the old city.
Are they not going into politics or what?
They are not. The Irish they dominate politics. The
Polish
Jews
are just doing business, right?
Yeah, business, and then priests. Then the Jews dominate business too. Commerce and so on. The blacks.
What's for them?
Well, sports. And all
community life.
Yes, exactly. So I believe that those things, can be changed through new systems.
Yes.
New people with vision.
Wow. I just pray that God will help people to not just to get it, but to really begin to look at life like this. Not just one particular issue, but every segment of life like that.
Yeah, I look at the scripture that talks about how treasures waste because of lack of organization and administration. I look at individual life, as a person. That's how we are loaded with talents, giftings.
Just look at your membership in your own church.
And we just waste away because we are not organized. We don't systemize what we carry. And then I relate it to the church. A lot of people seated in church.
It's true. So that it's good not to look at the church anymore as a congregation, but as individual that needs to be organized and helped too.
Yes. And so if individuals are helped to become organized and systemized, then it will be easier to organize the systemized individual to corporate.
Because they are already organized.
Yes. And then I relate it also to a nation like my country, Nigeria, with a lot of human resources, natural resources, and the country and the people live in waste and poverty just because of lack of organization. And so that's the perspective from which I answer the question. And like I shared with you yesterday, we're just getting ready to start life development centers in the church in Adelaja.
What would this kind of message do if you people take it to Nigerian pastors? Do you think it could help them?
I believe so strongly. I think part of, I've been privileged to be president of Nigerian Church Fellowship for 5 years in Atlanta. And all along I've been saying that they are difficult to lead, they are stubborn. But after yesterday I just saw that,
It's all starts from the understanding you have.
And I was not able to organize them systemically.
Because you are expecting them to be responsible by themselves.
Yes. So I mean, I thought my thought was just running, all over the place. Things I would have done differently if I had known what I knew yesterday. Then, by going back to Atlanta now, even my personal life, in my family, in the church, I think
things become easier. Yeah. People always say, "Is it difficult for you to pastor a church of a big church like this?" For me, it's very easy. I'm not even doing anything. You see me going to church. I don't even go to church. I don't even go to office anymore. I just sit down and not really enjoy life, but I do what I need to do, but what I want to do. But because of systems and organized structure, all those people are doing this. You release everybody. No matter how big our church is, my focus is on everybody. I've got to help everybody organize his life, get a structure of his life calling and destiny, put him on that path, and that is the secret of. So, thank you, Professor. Right?
I think the difference between yesterday and today is just because I'm thinking through more. I find out that these teachings, they become more meaningful if you can almost immediately begin to apply into a real situation. Don't take exams. Sometimes we get into our exam taking mode, but rather become real. Ask yourself, how can I apply and write from that perspective?